Hey, what's up you guys? It's Vicky and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. I thank you guys so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing this lion inspired makeup, which is just in time for the premiere of the new Lion King movie and also the start of Leo season. If you guys don't know, my birthday is in August and I, of course, am a Leo. So because I'm a Leo and because I have the most obnoxious zodiac sign, I had to do a full out makeup look inspired by a lion. So if you guys want to see how I created this lion inspired makeup look, just stay tuned. But before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already and click the bell icon down below so that you guys can stay notified whenever I upload a new video. So with all of that general housekeeping stuff being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright you guys, so I'm starting out this look with some pretty fierce eyebrows because this is going to be a very fierce lioness kind of look. So I'm going to be starting out by doing my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be priming my eyelids using my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And this is definitely going to be a more dark, fierce lioness kind of look. So we're going to be starting out by priming our eyes. So for today's look, primarily I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Masquerade Mini Palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Casablanca, which is this really pretty bronzy shade right here, and I'm going to pop that color onto my lid using a nice eyeshadow brush. And this shade is super nice for this look, I believe, because this shade really reminds me of a more dusky shade. And I don't know, whenever I think about lions, I just think about them sitting on the savannah and like watching the sunset. I don't know, but this is the kind of shade that I think of when I think about lions. Next, I'm going to be using the shade Ada as a transition color for this look, and I'm just going to be blending this out using a fluffy brush. So going back into this palette again to give this look a little bit more depth, I'm going to be taking the shade Fulani, which is right here at the bottom left. It's a little bit of a deeper brown color and I'm going to use that in my crease. And this kind of looks like a little sunset kind of moment. I'm really excited about it. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't go too overboard in applying this where it ends up looking muddy. I want it to be a little flush of color just to add some shadow, but not really add a whole bunch of pigment. I don't know if that made sense. So now I'm going to be going into my Desert Oasis palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to take the shade Nightscape, which is this really dark brown color, and I'm going to take a pencil brush like this one, and I'm going to apply that super far out, and I'm going to wing it out a little bit and then kind of blend that in. I'm going to actually mix the shade Fulani with it so that it's not as harsh. I'm going to concentrate that on the outer portion of my eye, just blending it in so that that line's more seamless, but so that it looks very deep on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm going to be pulling this out a little bit further than I normally would, just because I really want the drama and the flair of like the lion and the Leo to be represented in this look with the really dramatic smoked out eye. So I'm going to be doing the same thing that I just did on the other eye, and then I'll be right back with you guys so we can move on to the next step. So I'm going to take a pause on my eyes for right now just so I can do the base layer of my face first and then do the extra stuff on top of it. So to start on my face makeup, I'm going to be taking the Tarte Base Tape Primer and I'm going to be putting this all over my face. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation, and I tried this foundation out in a previous video. I'll link it right up above, but I think that it's a great foundation to use as a seamless base for this very exotic and beautiful and majestic looking makeup look. This red on my eyes is looking super spooky right now. So to balance that out, I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer under my eyes to brighten up the area. And I'm also going to be highlighting my face with this product. So because a lion's face has a lot of contrast to it, I'm going to be using two other concealers over top of this concealer. They're both the L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. One's just one shade higher and one shade lower. I'm going to be using the super light shade to make my under eye and the bridge of my nose look super bright, and I'm going to be taking the shade that's a little bit darker and I'm going to be using that to contour my face just a little bit. And I'm making sure to concentrate the super bright shade that's under my eye to basically be in like a triangle in the inner corner of my under eye, if that makes sense. And it's going to attract a lot of light to the center of my face, making my face look more sculpted and more elongated and really sexy and lioness-like. So now I'm going to be setting my face, and I want to make sure that I'm being super particular where I put everything, because I want to make sure that I'm only putting my Airspun powder on the super bright areas of my face, and the other parts of my face can be a lot warmer and just not as light as it would be if I were to put the Airspun. So I'm going to set my under eye and my nose and my forehead and my chin with my Airspun powder. Under my eye in a triangular form, just so that my face really does look elongated, and I'm making sure to avoid the outer portion of my face because that's again going to be a lot deeper. Now taking my Maybelline Fit Me Pot, I'm going to be setting the rest of my face. So to really warm up my face, I'm going to be taking my True Complexion Contour Palette, and I'm going to be taking the shades Contour and Sculpt so that I can really give some warmth back to my face. And this is a look that I'm really going to give a lot of life to it. So I'm going to be very heavy-handed, really settling that powder into the contours of my face so I can get the most sculpted look. And you're kind of bringing it onto your cheek as well to warm up your cheeks. I'm also going to be super generous with this on my nose, and this is definitely the most, I think, sculpted look I've ever done, at least on camera. I'm not used to putting this much contour and bronze on camera, so definitely a new experience. And I'm really making sure that I'm carving out my face so that you know it's a line, you know it's sculpted, you know it's fierce. Now I'm going to be taking my Morphe bronzer in the shade Romance and really going to be sculpting. And I'm just going along my natural cheekbone to really carve out my contour. I'm also going to put this under our chin to give us even more shadow and more depth. Like, this is a very serious contour, and it's not even necessary, but it's kind of fun to do sometimes. So definitely just doing this one for the creativity of it, because I definitely do not do this much contour every day. So going on to my blush, I'm going to be taking the shade Yes Girl from the Chloe Malika palette, and I'm going to put this on my cheeks. By the way, I fully understand that this is more makeup than anyone ever needs to wear in their life, but I just wanted to do this because I thought it would be fun and it would be really creative. So next I'm going to start doing my nose and my like little snout kind of thing. I don't know, is it called a snout? Mouth? Is it just called a mouth? Is a lion's mouth just called a mouth? I guess so. So I'm going to be working on my nose and my mouth, so I might not be talking through it, but I am just letting you know that that's the reason why. So I'm actually going to be using this Wet n Wild face paint palette just because the shade that I was using for my nose really isn't that deep enough, and I needed to go on a little bit smoother than it was going on. I'm going to be using this brown shade right here on a little kind of face paint brush. So I'm going to jump into doing my eyeliner really quickly, and of course it's got to be a cat eye. So I'm going to not talk while doing my eyeliner, but I'm definitely going to show you guys the line that I create. And I'm just making sure that I smoke out the lower lash line so that it can look really nice and sultry. Now I'm going to take my liquid liner and I'm going to attempt to do one of those like really cool, I don't know, cat eyes, but like in the inner corner, like a wing in the inner corner. We'll see if I have the talent to do it. And if I don't, then I guess this video again never has to be uploaded. So going to attempt that right now. Alrighty guys, so I really hope that you enjoyed this look. Let me know down below if you want to see more creative looks like this, because I definitely love creating them. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of how to film them, so if they're a little bit weird, that's the reason why, because they are a little bit more difficult to film that way because there are so many steps. But let me know if you like this kind of video format. I really want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and click the bell icon down below so that you guys can stay notified whenever I upload a new video. But until my next video, make sure that you stay kind and keep creating, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.